Good morning. I restuffed my Wendy shaper after washing it in the delicates bag and unstuffing it and then washing it and then restuffing it. So it's all ready to go today. I'm just looking for the label. When I put my shapers on, I make sure I like where the back is, and then I take the front and I pull it forward and kind of lay down my pixie cut, and then I um, check that my volume is sort of stroked while holding the back stroked forward. And then um, later, after I get my scarves on, I will push the shaper up off my ears so that it doesn't pinch my glasses. I'm going to start with a watercolor 2-in-1 with one really long end and one short end because I have a big head and I do better at wraps with uneven ends. And I'm just going to tuck the edge under. I want to make sure that it covers my shaper in the back, and I'm just going to do a quick angled regal with the long end coming under, and then here's the short end. And then I'm just going to take my long end and check my edges and then bring it up the other side. I'm going to check my peak, the little part where it crosses in the front. So I feel like the angles look a little better on me than straight across. I mean, straight across works, but I just like how that looks better. And so I'm going to bring that tail around, and then just wherever it fits, with having a larger head, I just tuck the tails wherever it fits, and then I get the edge of the tail and I just run my thumb kind of along it so that the tail is distributed evenly. And then I'm not too worried about how it looks in the back yet because I'm going to do a second scarf. So I'm going to take the other tail and just do the same thing. I'm just going to slide my finger along until the tails are all tucked up, the tassels. Okay, so here's my watercolor 2-in-1, and then I pull the edge of the scarf away from my face and I stuff the shaper up off the edges of my ears so that my glasses don't get pinched during the day, and then the scarf stays down. Okay, so there's my angled regal, and I think I did this wrap, the same wrap the other day. And then I'm going to do a Marrakesh style turban. So I'm going to kind of scrunch it up at the back of my head a little bit so it's nice and tight. Then I have one shorter end, which is like the length of my arm, and then one longer end. And then it's kind of scrunched at the back of my head. Then I'm going to cross it so that the short end comes up in front. Then I'm going to just kind of check, because sometimes right at the front of a turban, it gets a little thick right here in the front. So I'm just going to check that I like how that is. I think so. And then I'm going to bring them both in the back for a moment and just kind of check that I like how everything is laying. Now the longer side is going to come back around behind my head and then up in the front. So before I do anything else, I'm going to just take a peek at the back of my head while I hold the ends and see how that looks. I think that's okay. And then the longer end has come around the back, it comes over the top, and then I take my thumb and I just push it back up, and then this creates like a little bow or knot here, and then I'm going to just fluff that out a little bit. So I like, how the colors are, and I like how much of it is sticking out and that kind of thing. And I'm just going to kind of check my edges, make sure I kind of like how everything has come together. And I think so. So then there's a little bit of an end here, and then this is actually the short end of the scarf. And then I tuck the edge under this longer piece here. And then I take this and I put it behind me. And I take my hand and I just kind of, with my hand flat, I just kind of iron it back so that it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to just tuck this inside one of the edges of the sari. I'm going to just kind of feel around until I feel a pocket. There's one right there. And then I'm going to stuff it down in there. And then I'm going to take my mirror again and check how that looks. It looks pretty neat. And this is my first wrap of 2020, and I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks.